Over 3 million American parents Google baby development milestones every single month, but 78% of them are tracking the wrong things. If you're frantically checking when your baby should roll over, sit up, or say their first word, this video will completely change how you understand your child's development. Because what pediatricians in Boston, Seattle, and Dallas are discovering will shock you. Most parents obsess over physical milestones. When will my baby crawl? When should they walk? They're told these rigid timelines from baby books, parenting apps, and even well-meaning pediatricians who use outdated charts from the 1980s. So they panic when their 8-month-old isn't crawling yet, even though their neighbor's baby started at 6 months. Here's the problem. When you fixate only on physical milestones, you completely miss what's actually happening in your baby's brain. During those first 12 months, your baby's brain forms over 1 million neural connections every single second. These connections determine language ability, emotional regulation, problem-solving skills, and even future academic success. But pediatric neurologists at Stanford and Johns Hopkins discovered something fascinating. The parents who raise the most resilient, emotionally intelligent children aren't tracking when their baby walks. They're tracking something completely different, something the traditional milestone charts don't even mention. Here's what 92% of parents don't know. Physical milestones happen on a spectrum so wide they're almost meaningless for individual babies. A groundbreaking study from the University of Chicago in 2022 followed 12,000 babies across all 50 states for 18 months. They tracked everything: rolling over, sitting, crawling, walking, first words. The shocking result? Babies who walked at 9 months and babies who walked at 15 months showed absolutely zero difference in intelligence, coordination, or physical ability by age 3. But here's what did make a massive difference: something called serve and return interactions. These are the moments when your baby coos and you coo back. When they point at a dog and you say, "Yes, that's a dog, a brown dog." Babies who experienced high-quality serve and return interactions scored 43% higher on language assessments and 37% higher on emotional regulation tests. Your baby's brain has 3 critical systems developing simultaneously during these 12 months. First, the prefrontal cortex. This controls decision-making and emotional control. Second, Broca's area. This manages language production and comprehension. Third, the limbic system. This handles emotional responses and social connection. When you ignore your baby's attempts at communication, their brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, this actually prunes away neural pathways in the prefrontal cortex. But when you respond with eye contact, facial expressions, and words, their brain floods with oxytocin and dopamine. This strengthens connections in all 3 systems simultaneously. Dr. Patricia Kuhl, co-director of the Institute for Learning and Brain Sciences in Washington, explains it perfectly. She says, babies aren't passive receivers of information. They're active social learners. Every interaction is literally building their brain architecture. Let me show you how powerful this really is. Case Study 1. Amanda from Portland, Oregon. Her daughter Mia wasn't babbling much at 7 months. All the apps said she should be. Amanda panicked and started drilling Mia with flashcards and educational videos. At her 9-month checkup, Mia had actually regressed. She was quieter and less engaged. Her pediatrician suggested something radical. Ditch the screens and apps completely. Instead, narrate everything. Now we're changing your diaper. I'm lifting your left leg. Here comes the wipe. Within 3 weeks, Mia started babbling constantly. By 12 months, she had 15 words. Not because of the words themselves, but because Amanda was responding to Mia's cues. Case Study 2. Robert from Austin, Texas. His son Liam walked at 16 months, way later than the charts suggested. Robert's mother-in-law kept saying something was wrong, but Robert noticed Liam was incredibly focused on communication. At 10 months, Liam pointed constantly and made different sounds for different objects. Robert responded to every single one. By 18 months, Liam was speaking in 3-word sentences, while many of his walking at 10 months peers were still saying single words. Case Study 3. A large-scale study across Massachusetts tracked 5,000 families for 5 years. Families who prioritized responsive interactions over milestone checklists had children who scored in the 85th percentile for kindergarten readiness. Families obsessed with hitting milestones early, their kids averaged the 50th percentile. The pattern is crystal clear. Connection builds brains. Checklists build anxiety. This method is called the REAL framework. R equals respond. E equals engage. A equals attune. L equals listen. Developed by researchers at Harvard's Center on the Developing Child, it was originally used in early intervention programs. Now, pediatricians across America are recommending it to all parents. It works because it mirrors how your baby's brain actually learns, through back and forth social interaction. Goal is to acknowledge every communication attempt your baby makes. This takes about 5 seconds per interaction, but you'll do it dozens of times daily. Here's how. 1. Notice when your baby makes eye contact, sounds, or gestures. 2. Stop what you're doing within 3 seconds. 3. Respond with matching energy. Real example. Your 4-month-old, let's call her Zoe, is lying on her playmat. Wrong. Old way. Zoe coos. You're on your phone and say, "That's nice, sweetie," without looking up. Her brain registers this as rejection. The cortisol response begins. Connection opportunity lost. Right. New way. Zoe coos. You immediately turn, make eye contact, smile wide, and coo back with the same rhythm and tone. Her brain lights up. Dopamine floods the reward centers. Neural pathways strengthen. She coos again. You've started a serve and return rally. Common mistakes. Not making eye contact. That's mistake 1. Your voice matters, but your face matters more. Responding too slowly. That's mistake 2. After 5 seconds, babies assume you're not responding at all. Signs you're doing it right. Your baby initiates more frequently. They hold eye contact longer. They show excitement when you enter the room. Goal is to extend the interaction into a conversation, even before words exist. Takes about 30 seconds to 2 minutes per interaction. How to do it. 1. After responding, wait for their next move. 2. Add one new element, a word, gesture, or facial expression. 3. Wait again. Let them process and respond. Example. Your 7-month-old, let's say Hudson, bangs a block on the floor. Wrong way. You hand him 3 more toys and say, "Here, play with these." You've ended his exploration and taken control. His prefrontal cortex disengages. Right way. Hudson bangs the block. You say, "Bang, bang, bang! You're banging!" Then you pause. Hudson bangs again and looks at you. You smile and bang your hand on the floor. "I'm banging too." Hudson laughs. You've co-created a game. His brain is linking sound, action, emotion, and social connection simultaneously. Signs you're doing it right. Interactions last longer naturally. Your baby checks in with you during play. They start imitating your actions. Goal is to match your baby's emotional state before trying to change it. Your 9-month-old Ellie is fussing because she dropped her pacifier. Wrong way. You cheerfully say, "It's okay, here it is," while she's still upset. Right way. You use a concerned voice. "Oh no, you dropped it. That's frustrating." Then you retrieve it. Her limbic system learns that emotions are valid before solutions appear. Goal is to observe what your baby is actually telling you, not what the milestone chart says they should be doing. Your 11-month-old Grayson isn't interested in walking, but obsessively studies how things fit together. Instead of worrying about walking, you provide stacking cups, shape sorters, containers. You're building his spatial reasoning and problem-solving pathways instead of forcing gross motor skills he'll develop naturally. So, to sum it all up, traditional milestone charts are outdated and create unnecessary anxiety. The truth is that responsive interactions build your baby's brain faster than anything else. The real method works like this. Respond to every cue within 3 seconds. Engage by extending interactions. Attune to their emotions first. Listen to what they're actually showing you. Timeline is daily practice for 3 months, shows measurable changes. Result? Stronger language, better emotional regulation, and deeper parent-child connection. Start right now. First step, right after this video. Put your phone in another room for the next 30 minutes. Today, practice responding to just 5 of your baby's cues with full eye contact and matching energy. Tomorrow, increase it to 10 interactions. This week, notice one thing your baby is interested in that the milestone charts don't mention and follow their lead. If you do this for 14 days straight, you'll notice your baby initiating more interactions and holding attention longer. That's their brain rewiring in real time. Keep going for 3 months and you'll see dramatic improvements in communication and emotional security. I've put a free milestone tracker in the description below, one that focuses on connection, not comparison. Comment below and tell me, what's one surprising thing your baby is obsessed with right now? I read and respond to every single comment. Next video, we're covering why your toddler's tantrums are actually a sign of healthy brain development. See you soon!